Welcome back to Veteran Voices. I'm your host, Jay Baker, and we're still talking with Matt Patterson about his time in the military. So you've got back from Afghanistan and back integrated with the family life and the unit.
Yeah.
And so what happened next?
So we went back to the battalion and our normal combined arms, I can't even say it now. TACC. It was like the Combat Team Commander's Course.
Right.
There we go. For the old guys watching, it's the normal May-April exercise we runs. But I was in recce platoon at the time, and we were doing our thing, and a bit of a freak accident, and the bank gave away under my Jeep, and I didn't have a helmet on, seatbelt, because we weren't moving. We were stopped. And anyway, so when this bank gave out, I was in a Jeep full of rocks and radios and rifles. And it rolled down a hill a couple times. I don't know, I was knocked out, but I had to get stitched up. And it was just, I don't want to get into a lot of details. Like, it's not that I can't talk about it, but I don't want to sound like I'm bitching and complaining about things. But
no.
The medical treatment for it was really delayed. Like, I went a year before I finally found a doctor that would actually take me seriously and got me in to see a neurologist and stuff. And when I finally had an MRI, I had a bunch of brain lesions, kind of similar to MS, but they're at a different part of the brain, so they actually healed, luckily. And but yeah, that was basically the end of my career, because the way they explained it was I had a lot of kind of underlying, not so much PTSD. I do have a PTSD diagnosis, but a lot of it was kind of being dealt with because I was a very active person. I was always in the gym. I was always, volunteering for courses and stuff. And, to higher ups, it just looked like, the dedicated soldier. But the more I've worked with therapists and stuff, it's actually a trauma response. It was just always keeping myself busy, on the go. And then,
right.
So yeah, basically I've healed from the brain injury. It's actually, my last MRI was just, it's a little insignificant mass, nothing to worry about anymore.
Good.
I'm not on any medications. I've been basically weaned off all of that. My psychiatrist is very much big into holistic treatments. So he started me on a large dose of CBD and ketamine talk therapy. Okay. And yeah, I went from, this 2017, I started at the time, I was almost 300 pounds. I was so overweight, and depression and anxiety and PTSD symptoms, and just, I spent 10 days in the psych ward here in Kentville. I just went right off the rails. And, my second wife and I ended up breaking up, and then that rock bottom, they say rock bottom teaches you lessons. Well, it really did. And it kind of, I went, and I was supposed to go to Bellwood therapy in the rehab center in Toronto, but COVID got really bad.
Okay.
So my psychologist said, "We'll run the same program here for you. So weekly sessions, you have here's a cell phone for crisis. If you need to, you can call me, and we'll deal with stuff." Yeah, they sorted me out really well. I'm finishing my second year of psychology at Acadia University now here at Wolfville.
Okay. So
I've got
with
go ahead.
With the release, I know you, depending on how much time you've spent in, you get a certain amount for an educational amount, which is great. So coming out of the forces, if you wanted to do something different, so you're taking advantage of the educational amount.
So I had 21 years, so I got the full $80,000.
Okay.
Which is what you have, and then so originally I took 5,000 of that for they call it a quality of life type courses, and became a personal trainer and a health coach. And it was actually when I was doing the health coaching, I had stuff in there psychology components, and I really enjoyed it. So I was like, okay, well, I just messaged back. I was like, what do I have to do to go to university? And they pretty much explained all the steps to me, and it was super almost streamlined. It was almost too easy. I'm like, you never expect too easy to back, but it was just okay, here you go.
So what's it like now being, we're not spring chicken anymore. So what's
No,
it like going back to school, sitting with all the young, early
it was,
20s taking
it was
courses?
interesting, especially in the first year because they're right out of high school, right? So
Yeah.
a lot of them are 18, some maybe 17, and I found I found the professors actually were more like open to talking with me. I don't
Okay.
know if it was an age thing, but like I didn't really have that like intimidation factor, like coming right out of high school, right? Like
Yeah,
I have
you're
no
not as
problems like
scared.
saying, yeah, like I have no problems. Like I have a problem with this question. Like I don't know what's going on. You need to explain it. Like, and then we'll just go from there. But like I've worked with some lab partners and they're just going, oh no, like I don't want to go talk to the prof. Can you do it? Because if I ask for extension, she's going to be mad at me. And so,
Right.
it's, you kind of learn like it's just dealing with stuff in the military. You get it done at the lowest level. And I don't know, it's
Yep.
been kind of been helping me out. I've also had to get out of that lowest level thing because sometimes you need to bring the profs in to help you out. So it's been
Right.
a bit of an experience. Like, but like I've had a lot of people say, I don't know how you do it. Like you got the brain injury, you got the PTSD, and you got these intro classes of like 200 people, and it's just I don't know. I put the work into my therapy, and I feel
Right.
good. I come to class every day. My GPA is good, so
Good for
I'm
you. Excellent.
just looking to finally get back into a helping profession. Is what I wanted to do. Like originally, I would have became a full-time firefighter when I retired, but as I was keeping all my qualifications current as a volunteer, but I couldn't really do that after I
Right.
smashed my head to the point that I was like, medicated on painkillers and all this other stuff. So